Hi everyone, so I'm Serge, I'm the CEO of Jedlix. I will be talking about smart charging of electric vehicles today. Basically, I think we all understand in this room that the massive investment in renewable energy in Europe is a key enabler of the energy transition. 245 gigawatt alone in the next 7 years in Germany. That's quite something in terms of intermittent production to be absorbed in the grid. Electric vehicles are by far the single largest storage capacity available to absorb this intermittent energy with controllable demands and serve the needs of both the grid and the EV drivers, which are obviously the key also enabler of this energy transition. As everything here should start with the consumer, and indeed the EV driver in the case of EV charging. The urgency of their needs in the home domain where we operate is basically about charging cheaper. This is about automating the charge based on a number of price signals from smart tariffs like Octopus in the UK, or time of use, or dynamic rates across Europe, which are making basically a big difference on the energy bill of these EV drivers in the home. It's also about connecting those cars when they are eligible to a number of energy programs that we manage with our partners on TSO, on energy supplies program across the 7 countries in Europe where we operate. The next big benefit for the EV driver in the home is to optimize the charge with the with the solar production of their rooftop panel. About a third of the EV base of Jedlix across Europe is actually charging their car based on solar energy, which is obviously quite consistent with the whole engagement towards electric mobility. And finally, to enable this adoption, giving the user more control over the charging in the home is also something which is absolutely critical for their engagement and sustainable adoption of the services. This is basically what the apps that we deliver to our customers are doing for now 7 years. At Jedlix, basically, we manage, we help our customers create, invent, operate the best user experiences in their own brand domain with their own value, using white label apps or APIs now, which are basically moving from this industry towards more of a data model. And that's basically what we deliver to our customers who are charge point operators, car manufacturers, or EV energy suppliers in the home. What they say about the results we achieve together is basically reducing the energy bill of the EV driver in the home by up to 30%. I think nobody would question anymore the urgency of reducing this cost after the energy crisis. And we also reduce together the energy procurement cost of the energy suppliers we work with when they use our virtual power plants on balancing mechanisms on day-ahead or intraday markets, so that they can actually benefit from the flexibility of the process of the charging of the cars. And we also have an impact on the grid, a very beneficial one. In all the countries where we can actually operate grid balancing services or congestion management services with all the cars that we aggregate in our platforms, we have a very significant impact on the grid, which is also a proof point that EVs are a key enabler of this energy transition and are beneficial for the grid, despite what we can hear from time to time, especially in this country, if I'm not mistaken, which is about delaying the growth of the grid, the growth of the EVs to give more time for the grid to adapt. EVs are good for the grid, and I think that's very obvious in the countries where we operate. Good news is that V2G is coming. That deepens the value of the flexibility services that we can deliver to the grid. This is not a revolution. This is about adding bidirectional assets into our portfolio and manage that consistently and stacking value with unidirectional assets. We're happy to be one of the V2X service provider of a major car OEMs in Europe. You will see bi-directional cars coming very soon, and you will see the V2G services that we enable in this region. We had the chance to do this net zero charging revolution together with 40 partners in Europe, charge point operators, car OEMs, energy operators in the home again. And that's with their help that we contribute to this revolution. With their help and the contribution of the 80,000 users that we have connected today on the platform across the 8 countries where we operate. We are getting in a very strong growth trajectory. We are getting EBITDA positive in 23. The next step for us is very simple. We go global beyond the 8 countries that we operate in today, towards the US, towards Asia, Latin America. If you want to know more about the plans of Jedlix in the future years, just reach out to me. Thanks for listening.